In here, I would go to File, Import, and in here somewhere I had created my teeth. So you have my lower teeth. I got my upper teeth, my lower teeth, and my tongue. So I'll just say here's upper teeth, import. Oops. So here I have my upper teeth. Where are they? Here we go. So I can see my teeth here. And they're not exactly where I want them. If I select this, let's see. And they're kind of grouped a little weird. So if I select my gum, okay, and it made things in pieces. What is the deal with the pieces? All right. So mine, for some reason, it chopped them up into pieces. So I've selected all of the gum, and I can go to, if yours isn't in pieces, you're fine. This is just my way to fix it. Mesh, combine. So that's good. Okay, and then I have all of my teeth here, and they're all separate. And, well, let's see here. I'm going to first select my gum. I'm going to click it here in my outliner. That's right here. And I'm going to double click on it and just call it gum. And then all of my teeth, I will click and drag to select them. And then I'm just going to use my middle mouse button to click and drag those right under where it says gum. So here I have gum, and that selects all of them because I use my middle mouse button to click and drag them. I have a bunch of extra stuff in here that I don't know what this is. Let's see, I've got this one, so I guess that is a part of it. I guess that is. These are various pieces. Some of them are like not apparent. So these, I don't know what they are. I'm just going to click delete. That is up. Dang it. I don't know. Apparently these are part of something that's a part of it. I don't know what. So I will parent them to the gum. There we go. And then I will go up here to where it says modify, center pivot. No. Let's see, gum. I don't know what this is. Delete that. Tell me this is still going to show up. Okay, modify. Center pivot. Still not working. What a freaking mess. modify center pivot. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, try this. Modify center pivot. Does it go in the middle? No. Okay, if it doesn't, I can always click D, and that will, no, you piece of garbage. D, and I think that allows me to, oh, ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna take these, I'm gonna middle mouse button, click and drag them to the bottom. Take the gum and go to modify center pivot. There we go. Now I will retake these and reparent them to the gum. Okay, gum is selected. Pivot is actually centered. Oh, you mother. Modify, freeze transformations. Oh, it's useless. Freaking useless. All right. Sorry. I'm kind of getting really irritated with all this stuff and why it's working this way. Let me just select all of them and go to Mesh Combine. How'd that go? Okay, so with that, I can take that up here. Mesh Combine was an easy solution instead of parenting them. I'm going to place it here in the mouth. I'm going to go to Modify, Freeze Transformations. If I click here on the channel box, I can see everything zeroed out. Here I can undo that. Here you see when I undid it, Translate Y has this 140 on there. I don't want that. I want it to be at 0 here in the head. So that's where I go to Modify, Freeze Transformations. I'm going to go to File, Import, the lower teeth. You know what, before I do that, let me check on all these. If I delete them, because I still see them remaining here, it's made this gum 1961 shape. When I combine them, I want to click delete and see what happens. Give me an error, but my gum is still there, so good. Okay, great. So now I'm going to go to File, Import the lower teeth, import. And again, these are all like a bunch of separate pieces. I don't know why it's doing that, but I'm going to select it. You know what? Here, I'm going to delete these. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to go to File, Import. Maybe there's a setting here. Lower teeth.obj. And Well, I'll just import it. I'm not sure about these other settings and what could be going wrong. And if I select these, click and drag, I can go to Mesh, Combine. There we go. And so now I have this lower teeth down here. I will select these other ones that no longer seem to be needed and click Delete. So here I have this one. I'm going to go ahead and move it up into the mouth, right under, right here under the other mouth, the other teeth. Probably should have just did them all at the same time, imported and moved them, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and go to Modify, Freeze Transformations. I'm going to click on it and call this, double click and call this lower teeth. Double click on the other one and call it upper teeth. Okay, so now I have that. With the lower teeth, we wanted to add a, it's green right now, it needs a material. But what we wanted to get to was making the blend shape for it and how that's being done. And you guys might have noticed some things going wrong when you've done it. So to make a blend shape, we go to Command D or Control D, and that creates a duplicate of it. And you see I've kept it in my object mode, and you see here where it says Translate X 15.059, that still has it as our, we want to keep that there where it says Translate X. There, some of you might have a thing where your lower teeth, when you're doing your blend shape, or it might be moving in a weird direction. If you were to freeze your transform on this copy, that might be a reason why. I'm going to make, I'll click Command D again and duplicate this again. Okay, and then I will click, so we'll try, this one will be moved. This one, I'll click Modify Freeze Transformation. This is what I told you not to do, but I'm going to show you maybe this could be causing the issue. And then I'm going to take another one, so I'll take this same one and I'll do another Command D. I'll move that over here. And then there's another way that it could be causing issues. So let's see. I'll select this one and I will click Face, and I'm going to click the faces, and then I can look from, say, the side view. I think I had one here. I set this up to a dual view here on the left, and this look on the left here, I can put that on orthographic side. There we go. And here we can see it. I can click shading and X-ray so that I can see through it. And I can see that I've put this into face mode. I right-clicked on it. Here, let's see. I want to make sure and only select that and not like a part of my bones. So this was face mode. I clicked and dragged it. And here in this panel, I can click E to rotate. And there I'm going to rotate it and move it. So you see that I did that only in face mode. This other one that I've created, I'm going to right click it and go into face mode for that. And from here, I'm going to just select all the faces and move it over. Come on. Oops. What happened here? Select all the faces. Yeah, symmetry might be on. Yeah. So symmetry, turn that off. And I'm going to move this over here. Okay. So, and we'll just go from there. Okay. So I'm going to right click and go to object mode. So this one had, let's see, this one was, yeah. So this one is actual, we'll click on the name and we'll call this open mouth. This one we're going to call, because we zeroed it out at where it was, we freezed transformation. So I will call this frozen transform. Frozen transform. Okay, and then this one, we've moved it over. Moved x-axis. All right, this is just to experiment. So here I will select all of them. And then I will shift select the main one here. Here, I don't want to select my bones and all this stuff. So I'm going to take all of my skeleton parts. You see them here in the outliner on the left. We've got reference and we've got character 1 control reference. This seems to be the controls and the bones. We're going to go to layers here in the channel box on the right. We'll go to layers, create layer from selected, and we will call this bones controls. Save. And I will make these not visible for now. I don't need to see them. Okay. So I'm going to select all of these blend shapes that I've created. And then I'm going to hold shift and select the main one on the bottom that they will be applied to. So I select that last, holding shift. And then I go to change my menu set here to animation. Yep, deform and then blend shape, and I'm going to click here for the settings. I will call these teeth, lower teeth, blends, and I will click create. All right, so now let's look at this. If I go to Windows, Animation Editors, Shape Editor, I can see I have my lower teeth blends here. Let's do this with open mouth. We can see it move. That's moving just the way we want it. So this is the keeper. The others are my experiments. On this one, moved x-axis. I did this in face mode. I moved it on the x-axis. And there we see how it moved over. And that was when I went into face mode and then I moved it over. That's where it applied that. And so it's reading that as a transform, right? If you just do it in object mode to move them over, you're good to go. Let's do this frozen transform. I moved it over and I zeroed it out. Also, we'll move it over. But open mouth does not do it. So that's the key to that. I'm going to go ahead and if you've created these other test blend shapes, the only one we need is open mouth. So I'm going to delete this one and delete this one.